The Washington Post has obtained the full transcripts of 2 phone calls between President Trump and his counterparts in Mexico and Australia. The 2 conversations took place barely a week into Trump's presidency. Here are 4 big takeaways. 1. Trump reveals his position on funding for the construction of a wall along the Mexican border. Trump doesn't demand the Mexican president pay for the wall. Instead, Trump wants him to stop talking about the issue. He says, "The fact is we are both in a little bit of a political bind. Because I have to have Mexico pay for the wall. I have to. I have been talking about it for a 2-year period." When Peña Nieto insists Mexico won't foot the bill, Trump says, "But you cannot say that to the press. The press is going to go with that, and I cannot live with that." Trump goes on, "From an economic issue, it is the least important thing we're talking about. But psychologically, it means something. So let us just say, we will work it out." 2. Trump seems very concerned about how diplomatic deals reflect on him. Just as the optics of funding for the wall are a concern for Trump, in his conversation with Turnbull about an Obama-era deal to take in refugees, he says, "This is going to kill me. Boy, that will make us look awfully bad. I look like a dope." And "This is a killer," among many other similar statements. 3. Trump doesn't seem to know the details of the agreement, ties refugees to terror attacks in the U.S. He says, "Somebody told me yesterday that close to 2,000 people are coming who are really probably troublesome." Turnbull explains that the refugees have essentially already been vetted, that the U.S. can do its own vetting and decide to take as many as he wants. He says, 1,000 or 100, it's entirely up to you. Trump goes on to say, "We have our San Bernardinos. We have had the World Trade Center come down because of people that should not have been in our country." Later, he brings up the Boston bombers. In all 3 attacks, none of the perpetrators entered the U.S. as a refugee. 4. These calls are usually an opportunity for new presidents to exchange pleasantries with their counterparts, not so much with Malcolm Turnbull. After arguing in circles about the refugee deal, Trump abruptly ends the conversation. Trump says, "I've had it. I've been making these calls all day, and this is the most unpleasant call all day. Putin was a pleasant call. This is ridiculous." He goes on to say, "It's important to you and it's embarrassing to me. It's an embarrassment to me, but at least I got you off the hook. So you put me back on the hook."